Struggling to stick to your goals. You've tried everything. You set your alarm earlier. You bought the gym membership. You downloaded the productivity app. But 3 weeks later, you're right back where you started. Here's the truth that nobody tells you. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're not lacking willpower. You're just not speaking your brain's language. What if I told you that you can literally rewire your brain? That neuroscience has discovered the exact formula for building habits that stick, not for a week, not for a month, but for a lifetime. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you the cutting-edge neuroscience of habit formation. We're talking about 2024 to 2025 research that reveals how to hack your neural circuits for unstoppable success. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to work with your brain, not against it. Let's dive into the neuroscience. Part 1. Neuroplasticity. Your brain is not fixed. First, let's destroy a massive myth. For decades, scientists believed your brain was fixed after childhood, that who you are at 25 is who you'll be at 75. But here's the astonishing truth discovered in the last decade. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself, right now, this second, as you watch this video. This is called neuroplasticity. And according to a 2024 study published in Neurology and Neuroscience, your brain reorganizes itself every single day based on what you repeatedly do. The science: synaptic pruning and strengthening. Here's how it works. Your brain has about 86 billion neurons. These neurons communicate through connections called synapses. When you repeat an action, say, going to the gym every morning, those specific neural pathways get stronger. Think of it like this. The first time you try a new habit, you're carving a dirt path through a forest. It's hard. It takes effort. But every single time you repeat that action, you're paving that path. Eventually, it becomes a superhighway. Research from 2024 shows that the striatum, a region deep in your brain, literally changes structure when you build a habit. The neural connections in this area become up to 40% stronger after just 21 days of consistent repetition. Use it or lose it. But here's the flip side: synaptic pruning. Your brain is ruthlessly efficient. Neural pathways you don't use, they get pruned away, deleted. This is why, if you stop exercising for 3 months, going back feels like starting over. Your brain literally says, "You're not using this. I'm allocating those resources elsewhere." This isn't failure. This is biology. Every single action you take, or don't take, is literally sculpting your brain. You are right now building tomorrow's version of yourself at the neural level. Part 2. The brain's habit blueprint. Okay, so if your brain can change, why does just do it fail so spectacularly? Why can't you just willpower your way to success? Because willpower is like trying to paddle upstream. You're fighting against the unconscious power of neural networks that evolved over millions of years. Meet your habit architects. Let me introduce you to the 2 brain regions that control your habits: the basal ganglia and the prefrontal cortex. The basal ganglia, your autopilot. The basal ganglia is your habit storage center. A 2024 study from neurobiology and psychology found that this region literally archives repetitive behaviors and runs them automatically, without conscious thought. This is why you can drive to work while thinking about your weekend plans. Your basal ganglia has encoded that route so deeply, you don't need your conscious brain. That's the power of automation. The prefrontal cortex. Your decision maker. Your prefrontal cortex is different. This is your executive function, decision-making, planning, self-control. It's powerful, but it has one massive weakness. It gets exhausted. Every decision you make drains this region. By the end of the day, your prefrontal cortex is depleted. That's why you can resist donuts at 9 a.m. but cave at 9 p.m. It's not weakness. It's depletion. The habit handoff. Here's the secret to unstoppable habits. You need to transfer control from your prefrontal cortex to your basal ganglia, from conscious effort to unconscious automation. New research shows this handoff happens over time. Week 1, you need willpower. Week 4, less effort required. Week 8, it's automatic. You've literally rewired your brain. Tas turning says Zed. Part 3, the 3 R's, your neural blueprint. Now let's get practical. How do you actually trigger this rewiring? The answer is the 3 R's: reminder, routine, reward. This isn't self-help fluff. This is how your brain physically encodes habits. R1. Reminder, the cue. A reminder is the trigger that kicks off your habit. Your brain is constantly scanning the environment for cues. And here's what's wild. According to 2024 Neuroplasticity research, your brain starts preparing for the habit before you're even consciously aware. When you see your running shoes by the door, your brain fires up the motor cortex before you decide to exercise. The cue is that powerful. There are 4 types of reminders: time, location, preceding action, and emotional state. The most powerful? Stacking a new habit onto an existing one. This leverages neural pathways that already exist. Your brain says, I know this pattern, coffee to meditation, got it. You're hijacking existing circuits instead of building from scratch. R2. Routine, the behavior. The routine is the actual behavior. And here's the critical insight from 2025 research. The brain doesn't encode the entire routine at once. It encodes it in chunks. Your morning workout isn't one habit. It's a sequence. Put on shoes, then walk to gym, then check in, then start warm-up. Each step has its own neural circuit. Master one chunk, then add the next. This is why atomic habits work. Start absurdly small. Don't go to the gym. Just put on gym clothes. Your brain says, this is easy. I can do this. And that tiny action starts building the pathway. A 2024 study found that it takes an average of 66 days for a behavior to become automatic. Not 21 days. That's a myth. But here's the good news. By day 30, you're already 60% of the way there neurologically. R3. Reward, the reinforcement. Now the magic ingredient, reward. This is where dopamine enters the picture. Dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical. That's a misconception. Dopamine is the this is worth remembering chemical. When you experience a reward, dopamine floods your brain and literally strengthens the neural connections you just used. It's like your brain is saying, whatever just happened, we need to make sure we can do that again easily. The synapses physically change shape. This is neuroplasticity in action. Immediate versus delayed rewards. Here's the problem. Your brain evolved to respond to immediate rewards. Our ancestors needed to react to, did I find food? Did I escape the predator? Not, will I have abs in 3 months? This is why habit formation is hard. The reward for going to the gym today is, you're tired and sore. The reward comes 12 weeks later. Your dopamine system can't connect those dots. The solution, engineer immediate rewards. After your workout, listen to your favorite music. Check off a visual tracker. Do a victory dance. These trigger dopamine now, which strengthens the neural pathway you just used. 2024 research confirms this. Habits with immediate rewards form 3 times faster than those with only delayed rewards. You're literally hacking your neurochemistry. Part 4. Advanced Neurohacks. Okay, you understand the science. Now let's talk about cutting-edge strategies that accelerate the rewiring process. Neurohack number 1. Habit stacking. Leverage existing circuits. Remember how I mentioned stacking? This is a 2025 neuroscience-backed technique. Your brain has already built strong neural pathways for things you do daily. Hijack them. Visual. Examples appearing. After I brush my teeth, existing pathway. I will do 10 push-ups, new pathway. After I sit at my desk, existing. I will write for 5 minutes, new. You're grafting the new habit onto neural circuits that are already superhighways. Neurohack number 2. Environmental design. Control your cues. Your environment is constantly sending cues to your basal ganglia. Research shows that 45% of daily behaviors are triggered by environmental cues, not conscious decisions. Make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. Want to read more? Put books everywhere. Want to stop doom scrolling? Delete social media apps. You're not changing you, you're changing your cues. Neurohack number 3. Identity level change. Here's the deepest level of neuroplastic change, identity. Your brain has a self-concept stored in the medial prefrontal cortex. When you say, I am a runner, you're not motivating yourself. You're updating your neural identity. 2024 research shows that identity-based habits have 60% higher success rates than outcome-based habits. I am healthy beats I want to lose 20 pounds because it rewires at the deepest neural level. Neurohack number 4, never miss twice. Final hack, never miss twice. This comes from neuroplasticity research. When you miss one day, the neural pathway stays intact. It's like skipping one workout. Your muscles don't disappear. But miss twice, your brain starts pruning. The circuit weakens. The third miss makes it even worse. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the beginning of a new bad habit. Get back on track immediately. Your neural circuits will thank you. Part 5. Your 30-day brain rewiring protocol. Let's make this ultra practical. Here's your 30-day protocol to rewire one habit using everything we've covered. Week 1. The foundation, days 1 to 7. Choose one habit, not 5. 1. Make it absurdly small, 2 minutes or less. Design your environment for it. Set up your reminder. Do it every day at the same time. Your prefrontal cortex is in full control. This week will feel hard. Week 2. The struggle, days 8 to 14. This is where most people quit. The novelty wore off. You're in the valley of effort. But neurologically, this is when the real rewiring starts. Your basal ganglia is beginning to encode patterns. Push through. Week 3. The shift, days 15 to 21. Around day 18 to 20, something magical happens. It starts feeling easier. That's your brain handing off control from prefrontal cortex to basal ganglia. The neural pathway is strengthening. You're 40% to automation. Week 4. The automation begins, days 22 to 30. By day 30, you'll notice you think about the habit less. It feels automatic. You might even feel weird if you skip it. That's your brain saying, this is part of who we are now. Congratulations, you've literally rewired your brain. A call to action. Here's what you need to understand. Every single day, you're sculpting your brain. You're either building the neural pathways that serve your future self, or you're strengthening the circuits that keep you stuck. The choice is yours, but now you have something most people don't. You understand the science. You know neuroplasticity is real. You know your brain can change. You know the 3 R's. You know the Neurohacks. So here's your challenge. Pick one habit. Not tomorrow, today. Design the reminder. Make the routine stupidly small. Engineer an immediate reward, and then do it for 30 days. In 30 days, come back to this video, tell me what changed, because I guarantee you won't recognize the neural version of yourself. If this video helped you understand your brain better, smash that subscribe button. I'm breaking down the neuroscience of success every single week on Book Brief HQ. Drop a comment. What one habit are you committing to rewiring in the next 30 days? Let's build this neuroplastic community together. And if you want more, check out my Atomic Habits Summary. It pairs perfectly with this neuroscience deep dive. Remember, you're not fixed. Your brain is a living, adapting, rewiring masterpiece, and you're the architect. Thanks for watching Book Brief HQ. Now go rewire that brain.